So the origin of this supposed prophecy, it comes from a misunderstanding of both the calendar and the mythology. And it really goes back to the 1960s, before the hieroglyphs were deciphered with any kind of real sophistication. So in the 1960s, Mike Coe published a popular book called The Maya for the public. And in it he said the calendar is going to end in, I think he actually said 2011 when he first published it. And he was talking about this one construct that's specific to the classic period, which is the early period within Mayan civilization. And there was this part of the calendar called the long count, and it had these periods in it, which were kind of like our centuries. So these large periods would end, and that would be the cause for some kind of ceremony. There was one of these that was really big, the end of a 13th Baktun. Each Baktun is about 400 years. And so this end of a 13th Baktun was supposed to happen in about 2011. And he said, kind of being cute on an academic level, it's going to end, so it would be the end of the world. That's where it got started. People have misinterpreted that since to say that it's the end of a cycle, it's part of Mayan prophecy, and all kinds of other things. Unfortunately, none of them really pan out. So there's really three reasons to not believe in the whole 2012 prophecy thing. The first is that it's wrong in terms of interpreting mythology. The second is that it's wrong in terms of interpreting the calendar. And the third is it's wrong in terms of translating Mayan dates to our Gregorian system. My research was on the latter. I published an article that shows that the connection between classic Maya time, classic Mayan dates, and Christian dates, Julian or Gregorian dates, it's really kind of a complicated argument to make, because you have to combine modern calendars of Quiche Maya people with astronomy from ancient times, and then you have to go through the colonial period and different kinds of documents. So it's a really kind of messy argument, but there were a couple of scholars in the mid-20th century who put it together and said, well, this is the correlation that works. And since then people have bought it, and if you buy it, it gives you that the end of this time period occurs on December 21st, 2012. But my research shows that the argument that they put together is actually wrong, and it's wrong on a number of different levels. So the correlation is wrong. If the correlation is wrong, then we don't know when this end of 13 Baktuns is going to happen. It may have passed already, and all we're constrained by are radiocarbon dates, which give us an, tolerance of about plus or minus 50 years. So the bottom line is you still have to do Christmas shopping. Yes.